When did you realize you were the second choice? I've been covering for Andrea at every family event since we got married. She'd get anxious around my relatives, especially my brother. Never bothered me. I genuinely thought I was being a good husband, protecting her from uncomfortable social situations. 8 years together, and I still got butterflies when she'd steal my coffee in the morning. We met at this soul-crushing work conference where she saved me from a conversation about tax codes by pretending we had dinner plans. When she mentioned knowing my brother from college, her whole body language shifted, but she quickly laughed it off, saying they barely crossed paths. At our wedding, I watched her stare at the floor during my brother's entire best man speech, and my heart ached, thinking she was overwhelmed by the moment. God, I was so stupid. Every Saturday, we'd fight over bruised peaches at the farmer's market, plan our future kids' middle names while burning dinner. Sometimes she'd casually drop my brother's name into conversations, and I'd tease her about finally warming up to him. Saturday was game night, and Andrea was already 3 mimosas deep by noon, dancing around the kitchen while chopping vegetables. I loved seeing her like this, loose and laughing at her own jokes instead of stress-eating takeout at her desk. By 7, she was doing that thing where she'd touch everyone's arm while talking and couldn't stop giggling at cards that weren't even funny. Finally, I thought, she's actually happy again. I was in the kitchen spreading the spinach artichoke dip into our good serving dish, the one Andrea bought at that overpriced pottery place for hosting. The living room had hit that sweet spot of drunk where someone always suggests a terrible game, and sure enough, never have I ever started up. I was actually smiling, scraping the bowl clean, when I heard the prompt float through the doorway about settling in a relationship. Glasses clinked, people laughed. Then Andrea's wine-thick voice cut through everything. I settled for the safer brother. The laughter stopped, like someone had pulled a plug. My stomach dropped so hard I thought I might puke right into the dip. Someone hissed her name sharply, but she kept talking, something about wanting someone who didn't want her back. My hands were shaking. This had to be a joke. Our friend Kate practically yelled something about needing help in the kitchen, voice pitched way too high, desperate. But Andrea was in that truth-telling drunk zone where nothing else exists. Her phone buzzed and she actually laughed, this loose, sloppy sound. See, he's checking in. Always does during bowling night. My legs felt like water. Someone whispered who, and she said my brother's name like she was telling them the weather. Every Tuesday when you go bowling, he comes over. The words just tumbled out, casual, easy, like she was sharing a recipe. 2 years, she said, since my mom's funeral. My mom's funeral. I walked in holding that stupid freaking dip, and 12 eyes snapped to me. Andrea's drunk smile vanished so fast, she went pale, and I thought she might actually puke. She tried to stand, but grabbed the couch arm, swaying. Started to say something about explaining, but then her face changed, like F it, and she just let it all go. I wanted him first in college, but he never noticed me. So when I met you, I figured I could learn to love you the same way. She was sob-talking now, mascara running black streaks down her face, insisting she did love me, just different, just less. Our friends were literally backing toward the door. Katie was calling an Uber with shaking hands. Someone knocked over a beer, running for their coat. But Andrea couldn't stop, words pouring out about my brother holding her while she cried at the funeral. How one thing led to another, how sacred Tuesday bowling league was their night, how his monthly business trips were just him driving across town to our bed, everyone staring at me, waiting, me standing there like an idiot, warm dip burning through the dish into my hands, while my entire life revealed itself as a lie. 8 years of memories rearranged themselves in my head, like a sickening puzzle finally clicking together. Every Christmas when she'd disappear to help with dishes, the second my brother arrived. Every family birthday where she'd develop sudden migraines. Every single Tuesday night I'd kiss her goodbye, drive to the bowling alley thinking she was curled up with Netflix while they were in my bed. I was never her husband, I was her cover story. I told her, the safe choice is choosing to leave you. Grabbed her phone, texted my brother's wife for her. I can't do this anymore, your husband and I are in love. Walked out while Andrea was too drunk to understand what I'd done.